me! Move on me out!
You will go one-on-one with The Undertaker!
Hello everybody, welcome to Hit the Books, the only weekly realistic fantasy booking podcast in the universe, coming in hot with another episode down your pipeline that is your ear holes, I guess. I am your host, as always, Ryan Knightsey, the one with the amazing transitions and the amazing jokes, as you can tell at the beginning of the show. With me, as always, still, despite all my jokes, is the man of 1,000 nicknames, Mikey Manfredi. Mikey, how are you doing, bud?
Pretty good. I like how you said your jokes were the best, and then you immediately were like, he's still with me. We're still doing the podcast in spite of my jokes, as if they're a bad thing. Like, you hyped yourself up, and then immediately shot yourself down.
Yeah, which means I've put myself at a lateral move. That
means you stayed steady.
I'm boasting myself, but I'm also humble.
Humble brag. That's me.
Mr. Humble Brag 24/7 over here.
There you go. We have the Taco Bell Kid and Mr. Humble Brag.
Mr. Humble Brag. I feel like there's a better nickname in there somewhere.
Please call me by my full name, Humbleton Bragstein.
That's the worst independent wrestler name I've ever heard.
Humbleton Bragstein.
It's so bad. It's such a bad indie wrestler name. Like, oh man.
Humbleton Bragstein sounds like someone like Gentleman Jervis would team up with.
Yeah. It's just like he's a rich comedy. Like, it's like if you took MJF but made him more like braggadocious about his things. Well, I guess MJF is pretty much braggadocious.
I was like, more braggadocious.
I was going to say. But make him more of a comedy character. I guess that's pretty much what Humberton?
Humbleton Bragstein.
Humbleton Bragstein, you were saying?
It's like MJF, but less mean.
Yes. Because he's still humble. He's not like mean about it. He's just constantly bragging about, hanging out with Tom and other Tom, Hanks and Cruz, and just all these sort of things during his matches.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not really. He's just saying he's just being like, yeah, I was doing these sort of things. I was working on my arm drags with Mark Calloway, and he was like the Undertaker, and that's how it is.
It's just working on the arm drags with Mark. Mark Calloway. You probably know him as the Undertaker, but to me, he's Mark.
Arm drag.
He's my buddy, Mark.
Arm drags, the thing Undertaker's known for.
not straight punches or anything.
He's a very lucha style.
Undertaker career shift.
Well, we're not here talking about Undertaker's wrestling styles. In fact, we're here, focus at home, to do the harsh transition into the actual conceit of the podcast. We're here fantasy booking our own versions of both Raw and Smackdown. That's right. Every single week, I write up a whole card of Raw. Mikey writes up a whole card of Smackdown, and we present it to each other, Secret Santa style, I guess. Or, present it to each other and present it to you, the folks at home, where you then get the chance to vote on whose is better. And just keep that, war mentality against each other. And, of course, the loser has to deal with the dreaded randomizer and all of that jazz. You'll see how it goes as the show goes along. So definitely stick with us. Mikey, speaking of losers, I have the poll.
Ouch.
What do you mean? I don't know. I'm just gonna continue going, and maybe it's a dig, maybe it's a not. Hopefully not. Maybe we'll find out. The loser for last week's poll has been revealed online, which thank you to all the people that have voted. But the winner last week was Raw, which means Mikey loses another Smackdown.
What a bummer. What a bummer, for sure.
What a bummer indeed for you. That is, if I have my tally up correctly, that means it is SmackDown 5, Raw 8, tied twice.
I need to I had a nice hot streak, and then I lost it, and I haven't just gotten the momentum back.
It's weird. I've noticed this sort of thing where it's like in between pay-per-views where it's like I do good, and then Mikey does good, and then I think like the third cycle it was kind of back and forth, and then now it's like, well, you got to tie the first week, which I guess is good. But I feel like I've eked it out. I won the 60% of the vote, so I feel like I've eked it out there a little bit.
I need to do something. I don't know what is holding me back.
I don't know, but I know it's going to be a tough one for you ahead because I know my card's looking fairly fine. I mean, I got the return of Edge on this show, so good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I foresee another loss incoming.
All I know is that you're going down, and I'm going to destroy you like my bowels destroy Taco Bell.
I think it's the other way around.
Oh, shit. Oh, no, I'm going to lose this poll.
I think Taco Bell destroys your bowels.
I can hear the poll now of like everyone clicking on Mikey Smackdown winning. Oh, no. My bowels. They've been destroyed by the Taco Bell
Well,
kid.
I mean, I do have the big tag team ladder match this week.
Yes,
so
you
hopefully that helps.
I'm excited. Well, let's get into it, Mikey. Let's all the preamble out of the way. Let's get into this gosh dang show. We're the loser this week. Or from last week, so that means you can go first. What's happening on SmackDown?
All right, over on SmackDown, the show opener, Randy Orton comes to the ring surrounded by security yet again. This time, however, he actually has something to say. Drew, I want you to know one thing right now. I'm not afraid of you. You and I both know, at the end of the day, I can beat you no matter what kind of match we're in. You should start taking your own advice about watching your back. Because at SummerSlam, the hunter will become the hunted when the Viper strikes again.
Yeah.
Randy leaves.
Great. It's
short, sweet, and to the point for Randy.
It's short, sweet, and to the point, but like you said, last week he didn't say anything. If I remember correctly, it was being last week. So like it's like he sounds confident and everything. But then you also remember that, like, last week he probably tried to say the same exact thing, but he couldn't. My cat has joined me on my desk, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed on the camera. My cat he's such a nuisance. He's trying to play with me, and I get it. But I got to do a podcast, dude.
I just saw, like, the tail whip across the camera, and I started laughing.
But I like this Randy Orton Drew McIntyre feud. I texted to you this recently where basically on the SmackDown side, this match, not even on the SmackDown side, I mean, I would say also overall, is that this is probably the biggest match that has ever been put forward on Hit the Books.
That is a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Thinking back on it, like I was listening to a podcast recently, and they talk about, like, you know, WWE today, and they're like, what's the big star match that they've never done before that they can do right now? And it's hard to think, right? It's hard to think of one. But I guess in a way they're also still doing it in their universe as well with Orton McIntyre. But I would argue that ours was better. We've been building up Orton McIntyre for several months now. And you could also argue that it's been built, you know, both stars have been built individually for over a year, maybe a year.
I mean, Randy's had that title for over a year at this point.
I think that is true. I can easily look this up.
I think Randy's definitely been a champion for either almost a whole year or we passed the year mark.
You also forget that he won that title the same night he, I believe, won the United States Championship.
Yes, he was a double champ for a while, which was kind of insane.
He started this reign as a double champion. That's how great this run for Randy Orton has been. He has been champion since August 11th, 2019. So yes, over a year he has been champion.
Yeah.
Wow. Big run. Big run from the Viper. So
run from the Viper.
So yeah, I like this feud. I like where this is going. Randy says some nice short sweet thing that he's coming from the, you know, hunters becoming the hunted. But at the same time, in the back of your head, you're like, well, he's actually probably still scared because he's still surrounded by security guards. He's lost the demon, and he couldn't say anything last week. So I don't think he's He's trying to convey confidence, but I don't think he's doing a great job of it.
Yeah, he's definitely scared on the inside.
Yes, I would definitely agree with that.
All right, what do we got for Raw for our show opener?
What's happening on Raw? There's no show opener here.
What?
I dropped the show opener. I replaced my show opener with a segment down the line because I couldn't think of anything good.
Unbelievable! You just dropped the show. How is Raw gonna start? We can't. What are you gonna do? Just be like, "Yep, it's Raw."
No, you can start with Michael Cole in the ring being like, "Hello, everybody." I say that even though that's like what it was done back in the day.
Hello, WWE Universe.
No, in fact, we're gonna open up Raw straight off into a first match.
All right. Starting off with a big fight.
That match.
Ding, ding, ding.
That match being the Bloodline, Roman Reigns and the Usos.
Love that tag name.
Versus R-Truth and Two Fly Guys, Ricochet and Cedric Alexander.
The Two Fly Truths.
Two Fly Truths. Or Two Truth Guys? Two Truths and a...
Two Truth Guys?
No, hold on. Two Truths and a guy?
Two Truths and a Fly.
These are all t-shirt worthy, WWE. Make it.
Two Truths and a Fly Guy.
Oh, Two Truths and a Fly Guy. Oh man. Well, that's nothing beats that name. Nothing will beat that name. But not only is that name so good, Mikey, that name is so good that's going to lead that team to victory. R-Truth and Two Fly Guys get the win over the Bloodline.
All right. That's awesome.
Yeah, a little upset victory here. But they're not the only ones that got the upset. Reigns and Usos were a little upset. So that after the match, they beat down Truth, Ricochet, and Cedric after the match. With the New Day making the save.
Nice. New Day coming in for the save. Of course, they're going for the beatdown because that's what they do. Because they're the heels now, baby.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to give a little bit of shine to R-Truth and the Two Fly Guys, Ricochet and Cedric for reasons, but I also didn't want to lose a whole lot of shine. Especially with the Bloodline losing, and have them beat down the winners. Plus, I also was like the last 2 weeks I had who was it? I had Usos beat Two Fly Guys. I had Roman Reigns beat R-Truth individually, and so in this match I was like, well, let's get their win back, I guess.
All right.
Is it 50-50 booking? Maybe, but maybe. I also have reasons why I needed them to win.
Sometimes 50-50 booking is the best option.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Is it 50-50? I guess it's kind of 50-50. But yeah, so that's my match number one.
All right, my match number one is Kevin Owens versus Adam Cole.
Wow, match number one, starting off the show hot.
Starting off the show, Kevin Owens versus Adam Cole.
Holy shit, that's main event level, baby.
Adam Cole getting the victory, but after the match, Cole getting the victory, may I add, with the help of Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish.
Okay.
After the match, Owens grabs a mic and yells, "Just like old times, huh, Cole? Back then we used to kick the crap out of each other, and you know what? I know I could beat you. So how about it? Let's see how you do when the heat is really on at SummerSlam."
Ooh.
Cole grabs his own mic and laughs. "Why would I ever accept that challenge, you idiot? I beat you down twice in 2 weeks. What are you trying to prove?" Owens responds, "Oh, I get it, Cole. You're scared. You know you can't win without your cronies over there." Cole responds, "You think I'm scared of a walking bowling ball? You think I can't kick your ass no matter who's at ringside or not? You think I can't end this sorry little career of yours anytime I want to?"
Holy shit.
Owens comes back again. "Oh, you think you could take me out for good? You want to put me on the shelf? Fine. SummerSlam is your damn chance. You versus me. If I lose, I quit. How's that for a stipulation?" Cole smirks. "Bold choice, Owens. You want to have one last shot at glory before I knee your teeth down your throat and put you on the unemployment line? You're on." Owens laughs and goes, "I knew you'd like that. Oh, but there was one last thing I wanted to mention. Just to make sure your boys over there don't get involved, we're going to be locked inside of a steel cage." Cole looks shocked at what he just agreed to. Owens chuckles and says, "See you at SummerSlam."
Holy shit, my dude.
Opening the show, pretty hot.
Holy crap. Okay, a lot of unpacked here. So not only did Adam Cole beat Kevin Owens straight up first off.
Also, Adam Cole pinned Kevin Owens last week in the tag team match.
That's true. So Kevin Owens is upset.
Yes.
Going to SummerSlam.
Kevin Owens is using the excuse that he can't do it without the Cronies, because last week he had Roderick Strong on his team, and this week it was the help of O'Reilly and Fish.
Which makes sense. Makes sense. And then we get... If Cole wins, Adam Cole wins, we get the SummerSlam match, Adam Cole, Kevin Owens. But it's not only a steel cage match. If Cole wins, Owens quits.
Yes. So I was looking through my SummerSlam planned matches, and I realized that I was one short, and I wanted to make it big.
That's big.
And I think Cole Owens is pretty big.
That's pretty big. Steel cage match. That's pretty big. Again, I will say, last week, remember last week? I think it was last week when you made the Bayley Ruby Riott match.
Did I steal your stipulation again by mistake?
Yeah, remember in that when you made that and you were like, no seconds at ringside, and I was like, dang it, I was so upset because I was like trying to come up with a way to do the Edge Rollins thing. And then I was like thinking, like, maybe I'll do a steel cage match. Son of a bitch!
I didn't think you said maybe I'll do a steel cage match, but then I remember you actively saying, probably not though.
That's true. I may have come to the decision of a steel cage match, and I guess it won't be one.
I figured that you weren't going to do a steel cage match because when you said it last week, you did not seem very
confident.
You didn't seem very hooked on that idea.
That's fair. Maybe I came to the decision of a steel cage match. I'll never tell you because it doesn't matter. It's been stolen. It's been ousted. I've been bamboozled. I'm angry.
Listen, I didn't mean to steal it from you. I literally thought you weren't going to do it because of the way you said it last week. You were like, I might do a steel cage match, but probably not.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
I mean, what's to say we can't do two? It's our show. It's our SummerSlam.
Guess that's true. I'll come up with something, or Edge will come up with something, or Murphy will come up with something, or Rollins will come up with something.
We got it. It'll be great.
Geez. Back over at Raw, backstage interview of Aleister Black. Interview asks Black when he'll be able to get his revenge. Not when he'll be able to, but when will he enact his revenge on Roman Reigns? Of course, Roman Reigns knock him out, injuring him for however many months. Black responds saying that it will all happen in due time. Roman Reigns is a man that doesn't deserve the satisfaction of immediate revenge. Instead, I will tear down his army piece by piece.
Jesus Christ.
Before it was Cesaro, tonight it will be Bobby Lashley.
Whoa.
I am no saint, and what I do to Bobby Lashley will not be pretty, but mark my words, Roman, I am coming for you. I will destroy you. I will make you pay for everything you have done. Whoops, I messed up that promo. I will make you pay for everything you have done. But tonight, say goodbye to the LLC.
Jesus Christ, Aleister Black. Roman picked the wrong person to mess with.
Hey, I mean, yeah. I mean, I would agree with that. He 100% picked the wrong person to mess with. Aleister Black.
Wow.
He's taking his time. Sure, he could take out Roman at any point, but he's going to bide his time and tear down his house brick by brick.
Insane.
Tear out his yard grass by grass. Does that work?
He's gonna be the big dog.
Of course, naturally, the newest big dog.
Aleister, Black Lab.
Bad. What's happening over on Smackdown? Let's get out. I'm pulling eject on the joke wheel.
Hitting the eject button.
I'm just hitting the eject button.
Get me out of here.
We're getting out. Going over to Smackdown.
Backstage interview with Roderick Strong and Ruby Riott about their challenges last week. Riott starts and says, The Undisputed Era is going to take every damn title SmackDown has to offer. And Bayley, sorry to say, you're first on the chopping block. When I take that title off your shoulder at SummerSlam, our takeover of SmackDown will officially begin. Roderick Strong interjects and says, however, that's not where the takeover will end, because I am going to show that loser Pete Dunne who rightfully deserves that United States Championship. And that is and before they can finish, Pete Dunne and Bayley step into the interview, and Dunne speaks up. A lot of talking from someone who let his partner do all the hard work last week. Bayley speaks up, and Ruby, I've already beaten you and won this title. You made it to the finals of that tournament and you blew it. Anyway, we came here to issue our own challenge. Me and Dunn were talking last week, and we thought of an awesome idea since you two want to run your mouths so badly. How about next week, we get a little champs versus challengers mixed tag match. We'll show you that we're still champs for a reason. Ruby and Roddy look at each other and nod, and then Roddy says, fine, we'll take any chance we get to kick your asses. Ruby and Roddy leave. Setting up next week's main event, which is Bayley and Pete Dunne versus Ruby Riott and Roderick Strong.
Okay, big time main event next week. I was talking when you mentioned at the very beginning of that promo of Ruby Riott saying that at SummerSlam we're going to try, or not at SummerSlam, but we're going to slowly take all of the titles on SmackDown. I was like thinking about it, I was like, man, Undisputed Era have a lot of matches. We got Adam Cole, Kevin Owens, we got Pete Dunne, Roderick Strong, we got Bayley, Ruby Riott. All we need is Undisputed Era in the tag, some sort of tag match, and I think they've got the whole SummerSlam slammed.
They got the whole Summer slammed.
They got the whole kit and caboodle, if you will. Yeah, but no, yes. Good promo, good setup for next week. Can I give one critique?
Yes. Since
that's what we started doing is comments, concerns, critiques. One critique would be you should have done this promo later in the night because this is what, your first segment or something?
This is my first segment, yeah.
Yeah, done this promo later in the night just to set up for next week.
That's true.
But that's more of like it doesn't necessarily matter. That's more of like just sort of like because in my brain it's like, well, then why not do the match tonight?
With the way my promos are, it's kind of with the way my promos are, it's kind of the only place it could really fit.
I get that. No, 100%.
Especially since I cut my match 5 because I had a lot of long promos this week.
I see that. I get that. Yeah, no, I get that. And you'll see why I get that a little bit. Okay. A little bit. Because there's a little bit of like, there is like the juggling of where you need to selectively put your segments. And sometimes it's a timeline thing about doing it later in the show after a certain like match or something. Sometimes it needs to be like at the very beginning to set up for a match later tonight. Sometimes you need to set up for something next week, and it's a whole other aspect. No, I get that completely.
Yeah. So, what do we got over on Raw?
Well, on Raw, we got a tag match for you. Another 2-time
tag match. Whoa.
A little bit set up from last week into this week. It's Daniel Bryan and Shorty G.
All right.
Which, at this point, should I just still be calling him Shorty G? Should he just be Chad Gable?
Yes. I would just keep him. I would just say he's Chad Gable. I think Shorty G was a stupid thing.
Yeah, I guess I have the power.
It's not really your fault that happened.
It's not my fault that happened, but also, I have the power here. You know what? Why don't I just? And I
why don't you just make him Chad Gable again?
Why not just make him Chad Gable? So there we go. Chad Gable and Daniel Bryan are in a tag match, against Andrade and John Morrison.
All right. I like that.
Like, there's something about that match that I just love. You know, like there's those 4 people. It's something about it where it's so good seeing those 4. Like, I don't know. I've never seen the 4 of them in the ring together, but what a magical time that would probably be as I hype up my own self. However, Andrade and John Morrison get the win here, and they get the win by cheating to get the win.
Cheating?
The heels cheating. Who would have guessed it?
No.
But they get the win over Bryan and Gable.
All right.
And that's it. What's over at SmackDown?
Over on SmackDown, we have match number 2 between Piper Niven versus the Iconics in a handicap match, which got set up last week as well.
Oh, shit.
In which Piper Niven takes home the victory and beats both of the Iconics.
Big push out of Piper Niven. You got her, and you've been pushing her to the moon. I mean, granted, she's been facing the same 2 people for the past 3 weeks, but she's gotten win after double person win.
A little spoiler alert. He might even have a SummerSlam match.
Ooh, that is a big spoiler alert. I wonder where we actually would be. I'm like, what? Why would she be? She just beat the Iconics. What else does she have? Maybe. I'm interested. Tickle me intrigued.
I'll worry about that on the Go Home show.
Fair enough. Tickle me intrigued at the very least. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. You're big pushing Piper Niven. I'm interested to see what you do with her, and it sounds like you have an idea about next week.
Yes.
Okay, next up on Raw, going back to Raw, we have a backstage interview with Lucha House Party. They say
Lucha House Party, whoa!
Yes, they say that next week they're getting the opportunity of a lifetime. Last week, if you don't recall, they defeated the Raw Tag Team Champions, Rollins and Mastiff.
Big upset there.
And so now next week they will be challenging for those very same titles.
All right, Lucha House Party, get a title shot. That rules.
We beat the Disciples already. We'll do it again. Lucha, et cetera, et cetera. So there we go.
It's much less exciting when Lucha.
That's fair. I'll hype it up. Lucha. There we go. A little more hype in my step in my pep. Yeah, so there we go. We got a match, a tag team title match set up for next week. It's the Disciples versus Lucha House Party. Why is it happening next week and not SummerSlam? I ran out of cards, people. Settle down. But I guess I haven't announced all of my matches so far yet. But just know that I've done that. So we're doing the match next week. And I figured also, they did beat the champions, so they should get a tag title match. It makes sense.
Yes, that does make sense. You're right. All right, next up on SmackDown, we have a video package, and it is taking place on a beach.
Ooh.
It's shot from behind 2 beach chairs and a table in between them with a drink resting on it. Someone reaches out and another promo of a drink.
I was about to say, is this
another video package with a drink.
Is this a Corona Light ad?
So someone reaches out and grabs a drink, and we cut to the same shot, but from the front of the chairs, and it's revealed to be Sami Zayn in one chair and the Money in the Bank briefcase on the other. And Sami starts to talk to the briefcase. I can't even say this.
It's so silly.
Sammy starts to talk to the briefcase. Don't you just love the beach this time of year? It's so nice and relaxing. Taking in some rays, and it's so nice for relaxing. Taking in some rays, and who knows? Maybe at SummerSlam we can even get a cash in. Ooh. There's so many titles on the line because it's one of the biggest events of the year. It's like a buffet for us. We can take any title we feel like: Universal, United States, WWE, Intercontinental. How can one man choose? Those champions better watch their back, huh? And then Sami takes a sip of his pina colada, and the camera fades out.
Oh my God, I love that segment. That's like, is it silly? Yes, but it's. Is
it silly? Yes, but is it also very Sami Zayn? Also, yes.
Is it zany? Yes. It's silly, but it's something that I can like seeing Sami Zayn having a lot of fun with. Mm-hmm. Just like being being that heel, cocky, silly person that he is. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be a lot of fun to just see. I like that. I like that a lot.
That's just hanging out with the briefcase.
Yes, and also he's kind of crazy because he's talking to a briefcase. I like it a lot. I like it, and I have no idea what's happening with Sami Zayn. He's had that briefcase for a while now. I don't know what's going to happen with him. Is he going to cash in?
He just keeps reminding people every once in a while. He's like, "Hey,
you got to remind people.
Hey, I'm here.
You got to remind people. I get it. I like it. I like it a lot. That's one of my favorite segments you've ever done, Mikey. Possibly my top 5.
I was writing it, and I was just like laughing the whole time I was writing it, and I was like, this might be funny.
It was great.
All right, so what do you got over on Raw? What's next?
Back over at Raw on Monday night, we got a match here. It's Shayna Baszler versus Nia Jax, of course, with Alexa Bliss in her corner. And we got a little fun fact of Naomi and Bianca Belair on commentary.
All right.
Oh, okay. My cat just like plopped down right in front of me.
Your cat wants pets. Your cat wants attention.
I get
if your cat plops down right in front of you, it wants attention.
I get that. To tell you the truth, Mikey, we have a winner here, and the winner is Shayna Baszler.
To tell you the truth, we have a winner here. Yeah, no, really?
Who would have guessed it? Who would have guessed? After the match,
Shayna Baszler picking up the victory. Really, really big, really big.
Yes, after the match, Shayna Baszler holds up that briefcase to Alexa Bliss, who sort of, cowers. You remember how last week went, where Baszler went real Freddy Krueger on her ass, as it were. But as she's doing that, Belair and Naomi jump Baszler from behind, and together they hold up the briefcase over Baszler.
Awesome. I love it.
It's the reminder that, hey, Baszler's coming after the title, but Naomi and Belair are coming after the briefcase.
I like it. I like it a lot. Great segment. I love Shayna Baszler getting the win. I love how scared Alexa Bliss is of Baszler. And I love the Baszler monster character.
Well, it's like that thing. It's like
the Baszler boogeyman.
The Baszler boogeyman. Next week she's going to eat a bunch of worms. It's like Alexa Bliss basically saw Shayna Baszler take apart 3 people last week, one of which is her friend, Nia Jax, friend/bodyguard Nia Jax. And now she just, beat Nia Jax again here, and it's like, oh, geez.
Can we just talk about the fact that I think on Raw, Shayna Baszler has become the scariest entity on Raw, even over Brock Lesnar.
Even over The Fiend?
Even over The Fiend, because like Shayna Baszler, because I feel like The Fiend is more mind games, and Brock Lesnar barely shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And Shayna Baszler just shows up week after week, just fucking destroying people.
She's like the combination of the two. I mean, less mind game, less like, horror movie monster mind games like The Fiend does. But she does do like a lot of mind games.
Yeah.
Like, she like last week, she had the exact choice to go after Bliss, but decided against it. Mm-hmm. This week, just, cowering, putting fear into Alexa Bliss's heart yet again. But she does get destroyed by Naomi and Bianca Belair here. So we'll see what happens there, of course. We got SummerSlam on the horizon, so we'll see.
Awesome. Love it.
What's over at Smackdown?
Over on Smackdown, we have match number 3, Sasha Banks versus Candice LeRae, in which Sasha Banks picks up the victory all on her own. But after the match, Asuka comes to the ring, and she looks pretty pissed because of what happened 2 weeks ago when she lost to Sasha Banks because of the lights going out. So Asuka comes to the ring, and she looks pissed. She gets in the ring and starts to approach Sasha, who backs herself into a corner. And then, as Asuka is about to get her hands on Sasha, the lights go out. And when they come back on, Ember Moon is on the top rope and hits Asuka with an eclipse.
Oh, shit.
And sends her out of the ring.
Oh, shit.
Ember helps Sasha to her feet and gives Sasha a nod, and Ember leaves the ring, leaving Sasha confused as all heck.
Wow. I was about to say, where's Ember? Oh, we haven't seen Ember Moon in quite a while.
We haven't seen Ember Moon since she lost to Asuka.
You're right. I think you're right on that. Yeah.
And that was by design.
He says, sweating profusely.
It was actually. I did have a plan for it. My plan was for Ember Moon to be out for a while, then come back and get revenge on Asuka somehow.
Oh, and now you have this potential interesting connection between Banks and Moon.
Yes. I do have an explanation for it, too. I do have, a reason why they are why Moon has been helping out Sasha, and yes, Moon has been the one giving Sasha all the notes and stuff.
I was not expecting it for be Moon. I just for some reason Ember Moon was out of my brain. I thought it was gonna be like Nikki Cross or something. I was like, she's spooky.
Good, I made you forget about Ember Moon. Ember Moon is part werewolf, remember? So she has these mystical powers.
I forgot that. Well, I guess not in canon, but she has. In a way, she is part werewolf. I guess she does because she has red eyes. I guess.
Yeah, that's her whole gimmick, isn't it? Or was her whole gimmick, isn't it?
She's like kind of werewolf or something.
Yeah.
I guess it is implied that she's part werewolf.
But yes, I have a reason for Ember Moon helping out Sasha.
I can't wait.
Helping Sasha get these victories and stuff, and I'm excited to reveal it.
Ooh, but then that's a fucking great fatal 4-way. Bayley, Asuka, Banks, Ember Moon. Oh, you'll love to see it. Next up, we have a video package that's just talking about the opener that happened last week, which of course was that sort of announcement between Paul Heyman saying that at SummerSlam it's going to be Brock Lesnar defending his title against AJ Styles and Keith Lee. So we're sort of hyping up that match yet again. Gonna be a big match. Mikey, I'm excited for it.
Me too.
I mean, I can't wait because I've been setting up this match and I've been going back and forth on who I want to win, and I'm very I'm still like concerned about it, but I feel like I've made a good choice, and I just want to know if I'm nervous. Is what I'm saying. I'm nervous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see why it's going to be a big match, but I'm excited to see how it plays out for sure.
Exactly. Well, what's happening at Smackdown?
Over on Smackdown, we have a backstage segment after that Sasha Banks Candice LeRae match, where we have a backstage interview with Banks about what the heck just happened out there.
Perfect. I would love to know.
Banks is coming out from the back, and the interviewers try to follow her, but Banks completely ignores the interview, shoves the mic away, and she keeps
the microwave.
She shoves the mic away, and the camera, and she keeps walking down the hallway. The camera follows her, and then we catch a glimpse of her beating up with Ember Moon at the end of the hallway as the two kind of walk off frame together.
But we don't hear anything.
No.
Okay. She shoves the microwave.
She shoves the microwave.
She shoves the microwave. The reporter's like, "Hi, Sasha. I gotta."
Sasha's like, "Hold on, I need to make a hot pocket. Shut up.
I got some hot pockets over here. You want some?" It's like, "No, get out. Get out of here. No, I don't. I got my own microwave."
Incredible.
Jeez. Who are you? Charlie Caruso? Kayla Braxton? Get out. Jeez, Kayla.
One of the two.
I think Raw is Charlie and SmackDown is Kayla. I don't quite remember anymore.
Me neither. I don't watch Raw or SmackDown anymore, so I really don't remember.
The reason I only think it's Charlie Caruso on Raw is because I believe they're doing a thing with Angel Garza and Charlie Caruso, I should say. Well, there we go. I like it. Next up on Raw, which is going to be a backstage segment, where Sheamus announces that as your newest Intercontinental Champion and newest official Grand Slam champion, he has been told that he needs an opponent for SummerSlam. Sadly, there is not a single person of my caliber that is deserving a shot at my Intercontinental Championship. However, the rumors are true. Next week, there will be a battle royal to determine a new number one contender, and whichever loser is able to squeak out a victory, well, I'll see you at SummerSlam, fella.
Whoa, big moves there. Love that.
Yeah, so a big Intercontinental Championship number one contender battle royal next week, where the winner will face Sheamus at SummerSlam.
Love that.
Also, mostly because I haven't done anything with Sheamus since he won the title at Backlash, but that's besides the point. That's besides the point, or Extreme Rules, I should say. So I just need to do something. I need to have something.
Yeah, I mean, I like it.
Yes, we'll see what happens.
I like the big battle royal.
Yes, I like it too. I've already decided who's going to win, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, me too.
You're saying you have?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see who's going to win.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you also decided who's going to win.
No, I have in my mind's eye decided who's gonna win, and I put it in your mind's eye, and I influenced your decision.
You should write down who you think's going to win, and then next week when I reveal it, you should reveal your answer.
I'll do that after we're done recording.
No, do it right now. I want you to do it right now. Grab a piece of.
Do we know who's in the battle royal, or am I just guessing?
I can tell. I'll tell you. I'll tell you who's in the battle royal.
All right, let me know who's in the battle royal here.
Okay, this is a sneak preview for next week. I only revealing this secret top level information. I'm getting melts over here where I'm getting this being revealed, and now Mikey's getting to choose who's in.
You're getting wrestling observed.
I'm getting observed. So, Mikey, what I'm saying, next week there's the battle royal. It's a 16-man battle royal. It features. Ready?
Yep.
Chad Gable, R-Truth, The Miz, Elias, Daniel Bryan, John Morrison, Andrade, King Corbin, Titus O'Neil, Bo Dallas, Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, Eric, Ivar, Bobby Lashley, Cesaro.
Awesome.
Do you have a pick? Do not tell me this pick. Do not tell me this pick. I don't want to be there, but do you have an idea?
I just wrote it down.
You wrote it down?
Yep.
Should we somehow get the listeners to get in on this? Know what you've written down?
We'll reveal it next week.
We'll reveal it next week.
I'll say who I wrote down first.
Okay.
Next week.
If you're listening to this, write down or tweet at us who you think.
I don't think there's a way for me to tell the listeners who I wrote. Actually, you know what, Ryan? Take your headphones off.
Taking my headphones off. 3, 2, 1. Headphones gone.
Okay, listeners, it's just me and you now. It's just us in this room. We don't have anything to worry about. Listen, I think King Corbin is going to get the victory in Ryan's Battle Royal next week.
Headphones back on. Now, you said, I thought I heard you clearly. You said that all 16 competitors are going to get eliminated at the same time?
Yes, it's going to be a draw.
It's going to be a draw. Sheamus will be defending against nobody. Oh, man.
Sheamus is going to, like, punch the ring and everyone's going to, like, fly out.
He's going to, like, Superman punch, like, pose.
Yeah, he's going to, like, the superhero landing.
I love it. Okay, well, there we go. That's what's happening next week. Little preview for everyone at home. And, you know, I hope Mikey got it right. I guess we'll find out officially next week.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Mikey, what's happening over at Smackdown?
Over on Smackdown, we have our main event of the evening. We have Bertrand Lorcan versus Heavy Machinery versus Street Profits versus Ali and Mysterio in a ladder match for a contract to a tag team title match at SummerSlam with One Nation on commentary. Okay.
Big fatal 4-way ladder match.
Yes.
What was it? Birch Lorcan, Ali Mysterio, Heavy Machinery. Who was the third or fourth one?
Street Profits.
Street Profits. Okay. Solid face grouping here.
Indeed.
Okay, I like it.
And in the end, Birch and Lorcan pick up the victory, getting that contract, securing their title shot at SummerSlam. However, into my final segment, if I may.
Go for it.
One Nation come off from the commentary booth and attack Birch and Lorcan, but the rest of the tag teams come to the rescue, swarm back in the ring, and get rid of One Nation. The three other teams help Birch and Lorcan to their feet, raise their hands, and they each go one by one, giving their best wishes to Birch and Lorcan for their match at SummerSlam, giving them the strength they need to hopefully take down One Nation.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like One Nation have done a great promo as of late by saying that they're basically, you know, they are. Oh, shit, what was this? What was the phrase we said last week? Shit. Oh no, I've lost it. It's been. We have audience. You should know. We did not record. We recorded last week's episode, I think 2 weeks ago, so I don't quite remember. What happened? What was it? It was like there's like basically like the only One Nation standing, every other nation falls, but we're the one nation standing. Something like that. Oh, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, you know, they're.
Well, let me see if I can go back here and look.
They've basically defeated every team. I think we talked about, Birch and Lorcan were like the only people who have not defeated them.
Yeah, something like that.
Or challenged them at the very least. So I'm excited now that Birch and Lorcan have a title shot to see if they do get it. If they don't get it, I'm also intrigued. I mean, One Nation, I think that cements them as, you know, a formidable tag team if they're able to get victory. And I do want to say here real quickly, Mikey, when everyone's lifting Oni Lorcan and Danny Birch on the shoulders, are they, when they say throwing up their hands, you really mean they're all throwing up ones and twos, right?
Yeah, they're throwing it up.
They're all throwing them up. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure that's being clear. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a solid segment ending, you know, having all the faces in the match so that they can have this sort of face instance after the match, I think is good. I like it. I kind of wish Undisputed Era was in here, but I think it serves, having the faces all in there serves the finish better, or the finale image better. Mm-hmm. So I like it. I'm excited for SummerSlam. 2 more matches announced for SummerSlam. I like it.
Yes.
Okay, well, would like me to finish off Raw here for you, Mikey?
Yes, please. Love to hear it.
3 more things happening. First up is a match, like sort of teased at the beginning of the show, Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley, with Cesaro and Lana in his corner. Like we said, Aleister Black is going after every single person. 2 weeks ago, he defeated Cesaro. Last week, he was pinned by Bobby Lashley in a 8-man tag match. This week, he takes on Bobby Lashley in singles competition, and Aleister Black gets the victory.
Nice.
So he has proven...
Aleister Black is absolutely destroying people, huh?
He has proven himself truthful in the sense that he has taken out both members of the LLC.
Love it.
It goes into the next segment, which is a backstage segment with Edge and Christian. Christian's back.
Christian's back?
Yes, we haven't seen him in a couple weeks since the Peep Show. But Christian's back.
I don't know why. Just the name The Peep Show always makes me laugh.
It's like such a 90s, early 2000s word.
Yeah, right? It's what it feels like. It feels like it's such like a 90s, early 2000s like TV show.
Yeah, like it's nothing that makes sense in 2020.
It was good for the time when it first came out, but now it's just like, all right, you might need a different name.
Yep, I totally agree. Christian sort of walking up to Edge, you know, making sure he's ready, asking if he thinks he's ready. Edge confirms that he does think he's ready. Christian tells him that whatever happens out there with Rollins and Disciples, focus on the match. Don't let them distract you. You got this, Edge. You know, they hug it out. Then Edge leaves for the ring. Giving his friend a little pep talk.
A little pep talks, a little pep and step. I love it.
Mm-hmm, which leads into the main event, which is, of course, Edge's first match on Monday Night Raw in 9 years. His long-awaited return, where he is against Murphy, one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Murphy, in a one-on-one match. The winner of this match, Mikey, again, just a reminder, will be able to add the stipulation to the SummerSlam match of Edge versus Rollins. So a lot at stake here for Edge going up against Murphy. So Edge comes out, of course, Mikey, and then Murphy comes out. Murphy comes out by himself, Mikey.
Oh, I like that.
Murphy's out by himself, and we get a solid match between the two until, of course, the shenanigans start. Are you ready, Mikey?
Yes.
During the match, Seth Rollins drags out a bloody Christian.
Oh, my God.
And a chair, and threatens to curb stomp Christian's head into the chair.
Oof.
If Edge doesn't let himself get pinned. Reenacting the exact same thing that he was doing to Edge on the Peep Show those many years ago, but this time to a bloody Christian, to his friend, demanding that Edge lies down for Murphy.
Dang.
So, of course, Edge, visibly concerned for his friend, looked towards Christian, then back at Murphy, and he decides to get on the ground to be pinned.
Wow.
Murphy goes to pin him, but then at the last second, Edge rolls him up. 1, 2, 3, gets the win.
All right.
Edge immediately rolls out of the ring to run over to help Christian before Rollins can do his task, but Dave Mastiff, the big brute, cuts him off.
I figured that might happen.
And Rollins slams Christian's head into the steel chair.
Edge wins, but at what cost?
Rollins and Disciples leave Edge to the massacre that has happened here.
Jesus.
And that is the close of Monday Night Raw. Mikey, thoughts?
What a Raw. Holy crap. That ending was wild.
Yeah.
I like Edge winning, but it having a price.
Yes. Some solid storytelling over here. So he wins, but at what cost?
At what cost?
How do you feel about Edge doing that? Not just sitting down and getting the pin.
I think it's what Christian would have wanted.
Yeah.
I say as if he just died.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably what Christian, like, if Christian was like conscious during that or like talking, I'm sure he would have been like, just win, Edge. I got this. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, also Edge knows his friend. They've been through hell and back before, so
yeah. Christian has taken it. Christian has taken and given a few concertos. I'm sure he'd be fine.
I'm sure, because if you know how to give concertos, you know how to take concertos.
to properly execute a concerto, Edge and Christian had to get concertoed consecutively a bunch of times in a row to make sure they know how it hurts the most.
Oh, what hurts the most is getting concertoed. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so there we go. Christian, the 46-year-old, gets knocked out by Rollins.
Jesus.
So yeah, and that of course leaves the question about what's happening at SummerSlam now. Edge can now choose the stipulation. Rollins failed, but in some ways won. Edge won, but in some ways failed.
I wouldn't say Rollins failed exactly.
Well, he lost out on being able to choose the stipulation of their match.
Oh, Murphy lost out on the stipulation.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But yeah, so there we go. That is the main event of Raw. That was the full card of Raw. Just giving you the rundown real quick. It opened up with the Bloodline versus R-Truth and the Two Fly Guys. Truth and the Two Fly Guys getting the win. Aleister Black interview with Aleister Black basically saying, hey, look, I'm going to tear down your house piece by piece, Roman, before I come get you and pull you out. Then we have Andrade and John Morrison defeating Bryan and Gable, the newly christened Chad Gable. Backstage interview of Lucha House Party announcing that their title match against the Disciples is happening next week. Then we have Baszler defeating Jax, who threatens Bliss, but before she can do that properly, Naomi and Belair stop her. Video package talking about the Triple Threat SummerSlam match next at SummerSlam. Then we got the announcement of the number one contenders Battle Royal for the Intercontinental Championship next week by Sheamus. Then we have Aleister Black defeating Bobby Lashley, the backstage segment with Edge and Christian, and then Edge and Murphy with a horrific finale. Mikey, just give a quick rundown of SmackDown. Hit us.
Quick rundown of SmackDown. We got Randy Orton coming to the ring for the show opener, surrounded by security, basically just trying to tell Drew McIntyre that he's not scared and that the Viper will strike again when the hunter becomes the hunted. Then match one, we have Kevin Owens versus Adam Cole, with Adam Cole picking up the victory with the help of Fish and O'Reilly. But afterwards, Owens challenges Adam Cole to a steel cage match with his career on the line at SummerSlam, to which Cole accepts. Then we have a backstage interview with Roderick Strong and Ruby Riott about their challenges to Bayley and Pete Dunne. Riott says that the Undisputed Era is going to take over SmackDown and take every title. And Pete Dunne and Bayley both have a little bit of an issue with that, so they come and challenge them to a mixed tag match next week between the champs and the challengers. And then we have match number 2 with Piper Niven versus the Iconics in a handicap match with Piper Niven picking up the victory. After that, we have Sami Zayn's beach episode.
I love it.
With the Money in the Bank briefcase, basically just warning everyone he's still here and he still has it and he's still a threat. After that, we have match 3 between Sasha Banks and Candice LeRae, where Sasha Banks picks up the victory. And then after that, it is revealed that Ember Moon was the one writing Sasha Banks all the letters, and she takes out Asuka, who came to the ring after the match to beat up Banks. After that, we have a backstage interview with Sasha Banks about what just happened. Sasha ignores them, and we see her meeting up with Ember Moon. Our match number 4 is our main event. Match number 4, Birch and Lorcan versus Heavy Machinery versus Street Profits versus Ali and Mysterio in a ladder match for the tag team title match contract at SummerSlam, in which Birch and Lorcan pick up the victory. And then after that match in which Birch and Lorcan win, One Nation come out and attack Birch and Lorcan, but the rest of the tag teams come to their rescue, hold them up. Everyone throws up a 1 or a 2. Everyone throws them up and wishes their best of luck to Birch and Lorcan come SummerSlam.
I did miss all of that, Mikey, because my cat, during the middle of your conversation, attacked me, basically.
I saw that.
Yeah, he was. I got like strings in the hoodie I'm wearing, so he just came up and started thwatting at them, and so I missed it all. So you're gonna have to repeat it all for me if you don't mind, real quickly. But even more intense. No, I mean, and that's the show, folks. So that's basically, if you liked Raw, if you like SmackDown, you can go on Twitter at Hit the Books Pod and vote into which show you liked more. But we're not done just yet. The show is not done just yet, Mikey. Neither is your SmackDown, because you did lose the poll last week, which means this week we're going to hit the randomizer. I'm going to hit the randomizer on you to see what sort of action happens and changes your show's lineup. Mm-hmm. This, of course, voted on by the fans. So, Mikey, Are you ready to be randomized?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Yes, you can't really fully be prepared for the randomizer, but it's coming, for just like MVP. Jude, quit it. Jude, stop it. Stop it, bud. He's just trying to eat my microphone cable at this point. Oh, man. Oh, no.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, no. It's not the worst thing, but it's pretty bad.
Oh, no. I am with you, too.
The randomizer has spoken, and this is why booking matters, folks, because bad things can happen.
Oh, no.
And why, if you like Mikey's SmackDown, why you should vote for it. If you like Raw, you should vote for it. Because the randomizer is chosen. Hopefully you have insurance.
Oh, no.
Roll a D whatever to see what wrestler gets hurt. Then a D20 plus 10 to see how many weeks they're out.
Jesus Christ. A huge injury. I already have someone on the bench still have Sonya Deville out for so long.
Sonya Deville's still gone. She's injured for 25 weeks.
Yeah.
Dawkins is out technically, right? He had that nagging injury and he was used.
No, that was weeks ago. That was a couple weeks ago he got used. He's back from that already.
Okay, good.
I used him in the ladder match at Extreme Rules.
That's right.
Gave him his week to recover, and now he's fine again.
That is right. But yes, so not looking good, Mikey, because you have a lot of people on your roster that are involved in some sort of match at SummerSlam.
Almost all of them.
I think currently Niven and Iiconics aren't involved, but you've had pitches for Niven.
Well,
Candice LeRae and Banks aren't involved currently, and then you have you have the rest of that ladder match. Heavy Machinery, Street Profits, Ali and Mysterio involved. Which I guess you have to hope for one of them to get hit.
Yeah, let's see what goes on, I guess.
So you have 15 people wrestling, Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to roll a D15. We're going to find out who gets injured. Are you ready?
Yes.
I got an 8.
Ugh.
It says Owens is 1, Cole is 2, Niven is 3, Iiconics are 4 and 5. Banks is 6. Candice LeRae is 7. 8 is Birch.
Of course it is.
Danny Birch.
Of course it is. The guy who had a title match coming up. Of course it is.
Danny
we had the set up for the One Nation title match.
And now it's going to be, I'm going to roll D20 plus 10 to see.
Bert is out for a while.
At least.
God damn it, Danny Birch. God damn it, randomizer.
I feel so bad because I love you, Mikey, but also I know how much this hurts and just ensures more victories for me. In a way, we talked about this, and maybe there's a discussion to be had eventually about this, maybe after SummerSlam. But I remember talking about it where we decided that the loser gets hit with the randomizer to sort of pursue the idea of you have to book well.
Mm-hmm.
But there is also the way, you know, that card game back in the day that it's called, it's like called like communism or like
no.
Like it's like a card game where basically you do like a round and whoever wins, they get to make the rule, like make a new rule, and the rules are stackable for each round.
Jesus. It's just it basically just starts snowballing once I keep getting hit with the randomizer because it keeps messing up my card, which keeps making you win. So yeah, like a few randomizer losses in a row just snowballs is what I think you're saying.
Yes, that's basically what I'm trying to say. Is you got a little bit of a snowball effect because it now hurts your SummerSlam card definitely. And all future cards.
Yeah, you think?
Mikey, I rolled it a while ago before I started this tangent. Do you want to know how long Danny Birch is out?
I guess.
I rolled a D20, and the answer was 20.
Of course it was.
Plus 10, Danny Birch out for 30 weeks.
Well, Lorcan is going to either need to find a new tag partner, or I'm going to need to figure out a new title match.
I'll give you this, Mikey. I'll give you a quick option here. Birch and Lorcan. Birch gets injured, obviously, during this match. I'll give you the option to call the audible and potentially change the winner. Seeing that, you know, it probably could happen. Where, like, oh, Birch got injured. Unless he gets injured right at the very ending of the match. You know, there's the possibility that they could change the call. Do you want to change the ending of your Fatal 4-Way to have a new winner?
No.
No?
No. I like it the way it is. I like Birch and Lorcan still winning, even though Birch gets injured. I think I have somewhat of an idea to get out of this for next week.
Yeah, you have 1 week to figure out how to fix this before.
Yeah, I think I have an idea how to get out of it, and that this is gonna sound dumb, but them being injured kind of gets me a little more screen time next week on how to figure it out, and gives me a match and a segment.
That's potentially true. You have 1 week to figure it out, and there's also something to say that like One Nation, you know, someone wins it, and One Nation's like not worried at all. You know, we just beat you. Like, you know, we'll just beat you again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just to tell you, Mikey, I counted up for you. The return date for Danny Birch is March 12th.
Jesus Christ.
2021.
It's not even September yet. God damn.
Danny Birch returns. Writing it in here. Yeah, so Danny Birch is gone. Get ready for that singles run, baby.
Only Lorcan getting ready for that singles run.
Going for the U.S. title, baby. Oh, man, Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan. Hold on. That's also not bad, though.
Wait, we might have something.
We might have something. When is WrestleMania? What do we got? 37? Is that the next one? I think it is 37. Yes, 37. WrestleMania 37 is March 28th. Why is WrestleMania March 28th next year? By the way, that is...
If it even happens next year, because this freaking shit won't go away.
That's true. That would be... Danny Birch returns like 2 weeks before WrestleMania.
Jeez.
That's how long. That's how long he's out.
Oy, oy, oy.
Well, I'm sorry to do it to you, Mikey, but
You know you're not.
there's part of me that loves you and doesn't want to see you in pain. But there's another part of me that's like, yes, more power, more strength.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
There we go. Danny Burch is out of action for the next 30 weeks. Missing his title match opportunity at SummerSlam. Mikey having to figure out some sort of audible.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of an audible I'm going to have to figure out here.
A little bit of a sad ending here, just like my version of Raw, which, of course, if you liked my version of Raw, go over to @HitTheBooksPod and vote in the poll that's pinned there on that tweet, on that Twitter account, pinned at the top of the profile. You can vote right then and there and say whose card was better. Was it my Raw? Was it Mikey's Smackdown? There's a lot of things, kind of both shows that I greatly enjoy, and I can't wait to see what happens moving forward, especially for Mikey. He's got plans next week. I'm excited to see him bring it. So go to Twitter @HitTheBooksPod and vote in those polls to say whose card you liked better. All the more reasons, sort of things that make sure you vote, because if you really liked Mikey Smackdown last week, you really could have used those votes, folks.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Everyone voted on the better card. That's fine. I understand.
Subscribe to this podcast for more every single week. Of course, we'll have a Friday episode of Hit the Books, but also every Monday we have our sister show, Wrestling with Statistics. We sort of review our favorite matches from the previous week, one or two matches, and sort of break them down stats-wise. That's hosted by me and Craig from ProWrestlingMusings.com. So go check that out every Monday. And if you like the show or Wrestling Statistics or everything we do here, you can go to iTunes and leave a review. We greatly appreciate it. It's one of those things, it's like one of those things where you go to Yelp and like people, if they have a good experience, they don't really rate it 5 stars. In iTunes, rating something 5 stars is way more important. I guess rating things 5 stars is also hugely important, but we would greatly appreciate it if you do take out the time out of your day, take like the minute out of your day to just drop a 5-star on it. You don't necessarily have to even write a review, but we would greatly appreciate any notes or comments you have. But it will also help our show at large if you can leave a 5-star review. So, yes, with that being said, Mikey, anything else to plug?
Well, Ryan, I think that's about it. I think you covered it pretty well.
I think I did. I think I might have. Yes, so I will say. Maybe I should talk about this just to close out. We're going to do our best moving forward, folks, on content for Hit the Books and everything else moving forward. I am going to be quarantined for the next 6. Whoa! My microphone stand just fell out of my desk.
Oh God! It was not a fan of the bad news you're giving.
No, and it's not even that bad of news, but it terrified me. Shove that back in. Jesus Christ, it terrified me. Well, anyways, folks, what I was going to say is we're going to do our best. I'm going to do my best to make sure we have content coming out from my end in the next several weeks. I'm going to be working on a show. I work in the film business in my normal life, so I'm going to be working on a show, and they're doing things that are quarantine safe, like testing and face mask and gloves, and quarantining in a hotel. So I will be quarantining in a hotel for the next 6 weeks. So I'm going to be in the hotel basically by myself. So I'm probably going to be bringing my computer and my podcast equipment, but of course, hotel Wi-Fi and all that. So we'll sort of see how that all goes. Yeah. But it's also timing wise, I'll also technically be working 10 hours a day for 5 days. So we're going to do our best to put out more content and make sure it comes out on time for you. But I just want to post that just in case there's a little delay or a little hiccup every once in a while for the next 6 weeks. But yeah, I guess just anything, hope for the best for me, Mikey, and folks at home. It's a little
friend.
It's it's one of those things where it's the first film job I've had since the pandemic started. So it's a little nervous. just a little nervous about it all. But I'm for the most part not. For the most part, I get what.
I'm sure you'll be just fine.
I'm sure I'll be. That's fine. The thing I think I'm hating most right now, Mikey, is the quarantining for 6 weeks, like being in a hotel room by myself for 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of upsetting to me. But hey, if it means I don't get COVID and it means I'm getting paid, then I guess that's cool.
I'll take it.
I guess I'll take it. But until next time, for Mikey, I've been your Ryan Knightsey, who is going to be quarantining for 6 weeks. So until then, folks, until next week, for Mikey, I've been Ryan. We've got 2 words for ya.
Book it.